can remember, like, I don't know, my sister was wearing a dress when we were younger and we were at a family picnic at some park, and a mother actually came over to her and said, "You need to wear a longer dress because we can see your underwear." God, I would have been about 7 at the time, so she would have been about 5 or 6 or something. I was maybe 12 or 13 and we were at the train station and I was wearing like a slightly figure-hugging sort of dress, and older men came up to me and asked me to come to a party with them. It's like, "It's all right, love, there's more of you to love." I just thought, I'm a 12 or 13-year-old girl wearing a dress that I felt pretty confident in, and then I just wanted to basically put on a big oversized jumper and run back home. I'd have been about 17, done the Gold Coast. It was a crush of people, and I felt a guy grab around and under my skirt and try and actually succeed in sticking his finger up my arse. And I turned around and actually slapped him. I've never had such an immediate reaction to something before, and I was really proud that I did it, but I was also really, really angry that you felt the need to grab a stranger's body and a woman's body and try and do that to her. Being 18 and going out clubbing for the first time and having a guy just completely lean over us and harass us, he grabbed my friend's face and licked it. And my other friend got the bartender, who then kicked him out. But then, like, none of us felt like coming out or staying out for the night, but we were all too scared to leave because we thought he'd be waiting outside. I feel unsafe as a woman lots of times, mostly during at night time. I used to run a fair bit, and running at night is one of the things I really love doing. And I like having my earphones in and listening to my music. I feel like I can't do that at night because I need to be sure and aware of all my surroundings and the circumstances. I've caught taxis during the day and had taxi drivers ask me questions that have made me uncomfortable. Things like, "Have you got a boyfriend? Are you going home alone? What actual unit do you live in?" Even with like Uber Eats, I'm always like, "I'll wait out the front and pick it up. I'm not actually going to have anyone come to my door." It's very frustrating having to police my own behaviour. I get really angry about it, and I feel sort of hopeless and helpless about it. I don't want to accept that, but sometimes I have to. Sometimes it makes me not wear clothing that I want to wear. Some like dresses or tops have a little bit of cleavage, and I think, oh, that might not be appropriate to wear at a place. Or if I'm travelling by myself, then I won't want to wear anything that's going to show off too much leg or too much bust, because I have that internalised sort of thing of, oh, well, that's calling attention to yourself. So any attention that you call to yourself, well, you called it on. I've heard that your first thoughts are the thoughts that you've been programmed to think, and your second thoughts are the ones what you actually think. And I think a lot of people don't go beyond their first thoughts. Learning that sort of thing and realising, oh no, that's actually a whole bunch of internalised sexism and misogyny. I don't actually think that. It's what I've been programmed to think, and I should be able to wear whatever the hell I want to wear. My sense of self-worth has sort of come about by identifying as a fat woman and identifying that I don't want to be fuckable to men, and that I dress for other women and myself as well. And I'm always wanting to be supporting other women in how they dress, no matter what they wear. Fashion wasn't something that I ever really thought that I could be into, because, I was a chubby kid growing up and grew up to be a fat adult, and it was something that I was always told wasn't for me. And being able to get my own sort of sense of style, whatever that has been really liberating and really important. Wearing something that is a little bit more figure hugging and not wearing shapewear with it, it's confronting to see other people's opinions and hear other people's opinions, but it is sort of liberating as well, because I've gotten to the point where I just don't care. Wearing a bikini on the beach, even just wearing that sort of thing on the beach and getting looks from people. One of my friends is she's about a size 26 to size 28, and she started out dressing what she called the little brown sparrow. So didn't want to be noticed, didn't want anyone to look at her, wanted to try and minimise herself as much as possible. And she eventually got to the point where she just went, nah, I'm sick of this shit. And she's like, I want to dress how I want to dress. Going out with her and dressing how I want to dress has actually been really, really liberating for me as well, because I kind of have adopted her attitude of, nah, fuck this, I want to wear what I want to wear. And I want to have fun with it, because I spent so long trying to hide myself and trying to be that little brown sparrow. And I'm making up for all those lost years of doing that. I used to fashion blog and faction blog, so I would post outfit photos and things like that. And I distinctly remember like one instance of wearing a dress, and I was going to my grandmother's funeral that day, and I posted a photo of my stomach sitting down, and I said, that's still one of those things that I'm trying to work towards with body acceptance, is how my body looks when I sit down versus how when I stand up. I used the fat acceptance tag on Tumblr, and everyone came out of the woodwork with that. And I'd gotten reblogs of things like, you should lose weight, blah, 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 kill yourself, that sort of stuff. And it was eventually like, no, I'm not going to respond to this sad stuff. This is ridiculous. It's something I think that needs to be talked about all the time, because if it's pushed aside, then it's just got like sexism and that is just going to be normalised even more. Whereas if we talk about it and push back in our ways that we can, then I think that's a good thing. I think men calling out their mates or calling out other men is really important, and they do need to do more, and not just for cookies. They need to actually step up and say something, because we've been saying it for years, but apparently people listen to it when men say it, so they might as well say it too. So it's just trying to be as loud as I possibly can while it's safe to sort of do so, and being able to speak up when other people can't. I've been told, like, why are you taking this so seriously, by men playing devil's advocate? And I'm like, this is my life that you're talking about. So yeah, I'm taking it seriously and personally, because this isn't a hypothetical. This is people's lives you're talking about.